Big changes in the Canadian business world. First, businesses sending small packages to the U.S. will have to pay duties starting today. And a major booze bottling plant is shutting down in Amherstburg. For more on this, let's go to CTV's Kamal Karamali. What can you tell us about the major decline in real gross domestic products released by Statistics Canada this morning?
Yeah, so the quarterly drop really annualized show a minus 1.6% drop in the GDP. And this is annualized, and it really shows a real life effect of the tariffs, because overall, StatsCan saying the U.S. tariffs causing a drop off in exports and business investment. And you're seeing some of the biggest culprits here in terms of what is causing our GDP to drop. Vehicle exports have plummeted down 24.7% in the quarter. That's passenger cars and light trucks exports plummeting by that amount. And then the industrial machinery sector seeing equipment and part exports declining by 18.5%. Travel services dropping over 11%. So just showing you a snapshot of why the GDP has dropped after seeing incremental increases quarter over quarter, the annualized dropping 1.6%. What you're seeing here in front of you is Canada's trade deficit for Q2. That's the second quarter of 2025. On the far right of your screen here, how Canada weighs its trade deficit is what it imports versus what it exports. So losing $19.6 billion in Q2, what that shows is that Canada is importing a lot more than it is exporting. In fact, the difference between what it is importing and what it is exporting is $19.6 billion. And you can see the far right of that screen versus the rest of the quarters. And it is a huge, huge drop in difference in what we usually see there, Arda.
And we're seeing examples of companies being impacted by this trade war this week. Tell us more about the closure of the Crown Royal packaging plant in Amherstburg and the Montreal-based fashion company that's feeling the pinch.
Yeah, Amherstburg, just south of Windsor, close to the U.S. border. And what we learned yesterday was that the Crown Royal bottling plant will close down in February of next year. Diageo, the company that owns the plant, says after nearly a century of bottling the iconic Canadian whiskey brand, it is, and being the town's largest employer, it is closing its doors as a result of the tariffs. And Montreal-based fashion website Essence also saying that it is filing for creditor protection, also blaming the trade war and the tariffs having a major impact on its bottom line and investors being a bit spooked. So not only are you seeing it in the GDP drop, a major percentage there, minus 1.6% annualized for Q2, but you're seeing it in real life results on the ground as well, Arda. Some tough times, and economists predicting this could be the tip of the iceberg as we may be heading towards a recession.
Kamal, thank you so much for this. CTV's Kamal Karamali.